Guys, welcome to another Tower of God ranking video. Today, the guys over at the Apostles of Anime, AoA, will be joining me as we rank the top 6 best moments in the pre-workshop battle of Season 2 of Tower of God. Essentially, we're counting everything starting from Season 2, leading up to the end of One Shot, One Opportunity, so right before the workshop battle really starts kicking into gear. We hope you guys have been enjoying this ranking series. It's been a lot of fun deciding which characters were the most influential in a certain arc and which ones had the best fights and moments. It's been great, so if you want to support this series, you can leave a like on this video and subscribe for more daily content, mostly Tower of God, but also other kinds of comics and webtoons, discussions, theories. It's great, so if you want to join the community, be sure to subscribe. Also, the Apostles of Anime make a lot of Tower of God content, so their channel link is down below. They made a video last week as a part of the ranking series, so definitely go check them out. I'm talking really fast today. What's going on, Joe? What's going on? Come on, get together. Brah, much better. All right, at number 6, we've got Dan's speech. So a lot of you may not know exactly what moment this is. This is right after Dan's legs have been cut up by Rachel, and then Coon is having this conversation with Dan. He's lying in bed, he's just woken up, and Dan tells Coon why he didn't betray them, and they talk about Rachel. It's a phenomenal moment. So first of all, yes, Dan did get stabbed, and we considered putting that moment on the list, just Rachel and Apple and Michael betraying the group, Dan sticking up for the group and getting his legs messed up. However, we felt that the most impactful moment was honestly after this, them talking about it, because Dan tells Coon that the reason he didn't betray them, it wasn't that he was attached to the team, he just joined them. He didn't even want to join. The reason wasn't because he liked Coon. In fact, he kind of disliked Coon at this time. The reason was because he would have felt more pathetic than he already did. And when he says this, we're like, whoa, Dan, where's this coming from? You know, Dan basically becomes a character in this scene. So we find out that in his past, Dan essentially ran away from all, there was a moment where him and his teammates were taking a test, but they were all getting slaughtered. They encountered these really strong opponents. So Dan ran. The only thing he's good at is running. Speed, right? So he ran away and he started just crying and crying. He felt pathetic and he didn't want to feel more pathetic and betray his team again. He wanted to actually stick with it, even if it meant dying. And he says, Coon, you know, Rachel kept me alive for a reason. She wants to see me be pathetic, but I'm not going to give her that satisfaction. I'm going to enter the workshop battle. I'm going to show her that I can still be fast. You know, I can still climb the tower. Bro, I love Dan. You guys know he's one of my top 10 favorite characters, and this moment it defines Dan as a character, easily deserving number 6 on the list.
At number 5, we have when Horyang gets betrayed by Cassino. This one really sucks. I mean, betrayal is a pretty ongoing theme within the tower, so nothing really out of the ordinary. I can't say I was super surprised given this story, but this one really just hit that much harder in my personal opinion, because Horyang and Cassino share a struggle, a bond that few other characters really are able to share, right? These two characters, since they were children, have gone through these experiments, these tests, etc., and really the only solace they could find was in each other because of this shared experience. No one else is able to understand that sort of story, that sort of struggle, without living it. So the fact that these two were able to share that together should strengthen their bond that much more. So to see Horyang chase after Cassino and go through these trials in order to get to him through these fights, and when he finally does, Cassino quite literally stabs him in the back or punches him in the back. You get my point. It hurts, right? This is something that hurts. Hits him right in the back, and Horyang doesn't even know where it came from. He was completely blindsided by this, and it was just really sad to see after seeing Horyang, like I said, go through all of these trials and tribulations in order to finally get here. And it's something that Cassino explains as, listen, my viewpoints have changed since that time. This isn't about us just getting together, getting the old band back, and we're going to go sip margaritas on the beach. I have a goal now. I have a lot of pent-up hatred in me, and Horyang has a lot of different perspectives now. So these people, unfortunately, you see it in real life a lot, you tend to grow apart sometimes if your interests don't coincide, if your moral code and the way you conduct your life tends to split from people, then you tend to split off in those friendships. You don't see the same way anymore. You don't see eye to eye. And it's really beautiful when people are able to overcome that, when people are able to have a complete difference of opinion and come together in harmony. But unfortunately, in this scenario, Cassino is not willing to give Horyang really much leeway in terms of decision making when it comes to this. So this one just stung that much harder.
So number 4 on our list is the reunion between Viol and Coon. Now, putting this one on the list kind of seemed like a no-brainer. I mean, there are a lot of moments where Bomb, while he's assuming the identity of Viol, has close encounters or even sometimes battles with some of his former and current friends. This reunion definitely stands out the most, given that Coon and Bam are such close friends to begin with. And that, coupled with the fact that Coon is still currently dealing with and trying to understand what happened to Bam in the first place, finding out here, of all places, that he's still alive in a moment that's as tense as this, with Shasha literally about to blow up the hand of Arlen, just makes the climactic moment of the scene all the more intense. There are very few moments in the pre-workshop battle and even the workshop battle where, while Bomb is assuming the identity and the role of Jewel Viol Grace, where that guard comes down and he gets to be Bomb. This moment is so powerful because it literally shocks him back into his role of Bomb. In this moment, while this hand and this, this part of the statue is crumbling, the only thing that he can think to shout is, "Get away, Mr. Coon." So many powerful things happening here, with Bam shouting, "Get away, Mr. Coon," which affirms to Coon that this is Bam is alive, and while they finally found each other again, they don't get to have the reunion they so desperately need. And for those reasons, that's why it gets number 4.
All right, and coming in at number 3, we have Uric Mazzino's speech to Bomb, or Viole, right? So you may notice there's a lot of speeches on this list because there's so many great solo moments of characters in this pre-workshop battle, arcs. It's actually really interesting, right? So number 6, we had Dan. Number 3, we have Uric. Maybe there'll be another one. We'll see. Keep watching the video, right? So this moment is fantastic because we're just getting to know Uric, right? This is during the Flower of Zigana arc. He's right there. He's talking to Viole. Viole's teammates are getting ready to help him, right? The rest of Team Sweet and Sour. And this moment is phenomenal because Uric, for the first time out of any character in the entire story, addresses the fact that there is an outside and that is his goal. So like, people have talked about the outside before. That's not what I mean. I'm saying that this is the first time that someone's been like, you know what? Who cares about the tower? I could care less. I'm leaving the tower. It's the first time that a character has actually expressed zero interest in climbing and only interested in trying to find a way to leave. So we find out that that's Uric's goal. He gives this speech about there's an endless sky, stars, illuminating the darkness, and it's just vast, and there's no king. It's just free and open as far as we know. And we have to remember, like, Uric is from the outside, so he would know more than anyone. Him, Bomb, and Ryu, like all the irregulars, are from the outside. Now, obviously, Bomb's kind of a special case because all he knows is his cave, but like everybody else knows some kind of outside world. And it's funny because us viewers don't even really know what's outside because, again, our perspective is all from Bomb. So hearing Uric say this, it puts Tower of God into a whole new perspective, right? It's no longer just about this tower. It's about the entire world outside of the tower. And think about this. This tower is vast. We know it's absolutely huge. Every floor is like a continent, the size of like a continent. If it's that vast and the outside world is even more vast, dude, I want to see if the characters ever leave, what it looks like. The story, this speech makes the story so much more interesting because it adds a whole lot more questions. Absolutely love it. It leads into their quick little fight, their quick little skirmish. It's fantastic. Uric, I mean, any moment with Uric deserves a spot on the list, let's be real. So, yep, definitely deserves number 3.
And number 2 on this list is one I have personally been waiting for, which is Coon's explanation of his plan to kill Rachel. It's pretty good. So we find out early season 2 that Coon has been traveling up the tower with Rachel and a select secondary team of companions that he's put together. We find out that these companions are people that he has handpicked to be on his team for one reason and one reason only: to kill Rachel. This moment is so great because One, it shows off just the kind of big brain scheming and tactics that Coon is capable of, and the places he's willing to go and the things he's willing to do to get his revenge, especially if you hurt Bomb. I mean, I literally remember getting goosebumps when I read this for the first time, when you find out that literally all of the teammates that he's picked for this team are supposed to be Rachel's bodyguards, and they're supposed to help and protect her, but all so that they end up making sure that when the time comes to kill Rachel, she has no allies around her. She has no friends, nobody to come to her rescue, because everybody on her team has been trained to help and aid in her death. I mean, that is a Coon level plan if I've ever heard one. I mean, this man can do no wrong.
Coming in at number 1 for the top moments in the pre-workshop battle is Wangnan and his forgiveness of Lurker and the speech that follows, along with the conversation he has with Viole. I know that's a lot of particular moments wrapped up into one, but really you could consider it when Wangnan forgives Lurker for all the terrible things that he has done, when really by all intents and purposes he doesn't have to. I think this is what really solidifies Wangnan as a top tier character in my personal opinion. Wangnan, when we see him at first, is someone that we gravitate to because he has charisma, he's goofy, he's an underdog, we want to see him win, right? He seems to be a good person, but it isn't until this moment, and this moment in particular, that we know Wangnan is a man of character. And I think that's what really matters while moving forward, and what really told me, hey, this is someone that you can follow, right? This is someone who you can like. This is someone who you can take their back, right, and understand. And I would assume if it had that effect on the audience, I know it did on me, it had some sort of effect within the characters, right? In this story, obviously, Viole is even swayed in that particular moment a bit for a minute, right? He has some second thoughts on his whole life and everything that's gone down in that moment, and everyone in attendance, right? Wangnan takes the high road. He's all the reason to go low. That is what makes Wangnan a damn good protagonist, and what puts this moment at number 1 on this list.
Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed the video. If there's less editing or if it's a little more sloppy than usual on my end, I apologize. You know, holiday season, it's a little bit crazy over on my end, but I hope you guys are having a fantastic holiday season, however you celebrate. But one way or another, we hope you enjoyed the video. Once again, go check out AoA. They do live reactions every single Sunday. They have a live stream where they're reading through Tower of God. They're just about to finish the Floor of Death arc, which is super hype and super exciting. They also make blog post discussions, just discussions in general, analyzing the chapters. They're super cool guys, so definitely go check out their channel. Link is in the description down below. Someone pointed out to me that's like pointless to say description down below, because like everyone knows that's where the description is, but I don't care, all right? Description down below. All right, guys, we'll see you in our next Tower of God ranking video. Take care.